It was a whole process. It was a whole process, and I'm glad we're reaching the end.
That's like 10 schools.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
gonna squat.
she applied to 12 schools.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a lot.
I think I applied to 3.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's, I mean, I think it's like pretty standard. There's like one girl in Rio school. It's so funny. Like she really, I mean, her dream school is NYU, and like she really always wanted to go to NYU. So she only applied to NYU, and she got in. Oh,
Wow.
like it's kind of ballsy, but I'm glad it worked.
And Rio's like, I don't need to go to NYU. I've already experienced NYU.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, she didn't apply to any New York schools because she was like, "What's the point? Like, New York,
5 squats.
like, where I'm from, and like all my New York friends will be in college somewhere else." Like,
Yeah, but NYU is full of people from the Midwest who want to experience New York. So.
yeah.
All the New York people go to Ohio.
Corn on your leg.
I don't know why, but
No, it's the
Stretches.
people in New York who can't get into Harvard go to the second tier schools in Ohio. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
like this girl who, like a coworker, she's in New York City and she went to OU. I'm like, what?
But she couldn't get in anything.
Yeah.
They always joke about those schools.
Where
Like,
did she go? You said
Ohio.
5 squats. 5 squats.
5 squats.
Poor Adam can't get a word in edgewise.
Hey, as long as you can see me and copy me,
I'm kind
I don't
of
mind it.
glad
It's just a
that
warm-up.
like I'm doing this process from here and not from New York, because after doing like the high school application process in New York, it was already so crazy. And like all my New York friends are like, so how's the college thing going? How's the, you know, and like I'm not saying anything because I'm like, you know what? This is my business and my family's business. And, you know, people are like so crazy with that.
well, that's a good thing to be outside.
Yeah.
You're gonna act like you're doing some jump rope now. So little hops. Little hops.
Is this a knees over toes guy exercise?
This is not, but we are gonna do some of those tib raises, which are from him. And a lot of some of the other stuff we do is from him. We've done the knees over toes squat, which is this one where we got our knees on something and are letting him go over the front. That's from him.
Well, then there's like knees over toes girl. So
His wife is named knees over toes something.
What? Knees over to.
so there's
Allison and I had a discussion about how to basically improve some knee health. And there's a guy named Knees Over Toes Guy. It's not his real name, of course, but he's kind of like changing the game as far as what we thought we knew about knee health, which is kind of like everything in the world, right? We figure out a better way to do it. And so, yeah, he's kind of changing the game. We always thought you had to squat with your butt way back so your knees stay back, but it's okay to let those knees go forward and get a little more pressure on them. So I was sharing some of that with Allison. He's got an Instagram page that I think is very informational. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from jumping our rope, and now we'll do those tib raises. So find your wall, or we're gonna do those toe raises. They're called tib raises. So we just worked our calves a little bit. Now we're gonna work the opposite muscle group, which is on our shins. So lift those toes. Let's get about 15. The biggest takeaway that I get from the knees over toes guy, I've been interested in his work for quite a while now, is a sled. which is kind of unfortunate because none of us have a sled that we could push or pull, like the ones that you see like football players pushing down the field, or ones just for working out. Don't look that crazy, but you can push it along turf or something. But that's the key, apparently. And pulling it backwards for the most part is very, very good for your knees, and seems to be the easiest and most transformational thing that we can do for our knees, is pull a sled backwards.
Pull a sled backwards.
Yep.
Let me find that on Amazon, the sled.
Another way that you could get the same type of work, and this is almost harder to do in my opinion, is find a road, basically, like imagine if you're in San Francisco, one of those really, really steep roads, if you were just to walk up it backwards,
Oh, gosh.
just
Oh.
walking up backwards. That's
Oh, I have,
that's
like,
the same
hills
thing that what
by
we're going
me.
for,
I
right?
have those,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to just walk backwards around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
yeah, my
As
street,
long as you feel safe doing it, right? Because you got to make sure that you don't trip over a curb or anything like that. So you might need a friend with you walking
Well,
forward.
we will make sure you
Okay.
don't get run over.
Does it
Give it a little
make
hop
like
again.
a slope in my loop?
Little hop. Join me. Join me.
Oh yeah, you have that big angled street in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Good. Well, there are some ideas then, right?
Or you could
That's-
just go up to Council Crest and like walk down backwards.
So I heard the Jamaican bobsled team like didn't have access, so they pushed a Mini Cooper down the road.
Perfect. Pushing that sled, humankind.
I also heard that jump roping is actually one of the best ways to get cardio somewhere.
Yeah, it's amazing how tough it is once you actually do it, right? Like
Yeah.
1 minute and you're like, holy cow, this is a bunch of work.
So once my stepdad and my mom went skiing, and my stepdad tore his ACL ligaments, like he needed surgery, but my
Nice.
mom didn't believe him. So
3, 2, 1. Tib raises.
she made him ski all day, and then she made him drive back home and stop for groceries. And the next morning when he woke up, his knee was like this big.
Yikes.
And he needed surgery.
Yep, I'm afraid of those knee issues, but that's why I use the knees over toes guy stuff as preventative care for my knees, because I like to ski and backpack and trail run, like running downhill for thousands of feet of elevation loss. And I definitely feel my knees, but I've never hurt them. So hopefully his stuff will make me never have knee problems. Oh, and by the way, Allison has already heard all this, but that gentleman has had, I think, 3 surgeries on one knee and then 1 surgery on the other knee, was supposed to have them replaced, etc. His knees were really, really screwed up, but doing all his exercises, now he's dunking a basketball. He likes to play basketball and he can dunk now, which he never was able to do before. He started doing all this stuff, and he can do this crazy move. I'll try to give a little demonstration. He'll stand on the edge of a pool and go dip his knees. I can't do it. Dip his knees in the pool and then stand back up, just to show you that his knees are like bulletproof, and
Oh,
that
good
he's
Lord.
totally strong.
Why would anyone do that? Wow.
Okay, we're gonna get into the work.
What's our goal?
Golly.
Easy
So
knees.
we
and
need
guy.
one of your heavier dumbbells or a kettlebell if you have it, and mostly your bands. So one heavier dumbbell or kettlebell, and mostly bands. We're gonna swing your dumbbell or kettlebell, and then we're gonna do the rest of the work with our bands. They're gonna be rows, and then a little bit of core work on the floor. So bands are gonna be set up for rows right now. So pulling those into us, they can be pretty heavy. I want you to struggle around like 6 to 8. So they should be very, very heavy, very heavy bands.
I removed my bands because, you know, like I took the door out of its hinges. So
Sure. Yeah. So you just got weights then. Doing weights, bent over, rowing here.
sounds good.
Same thing. The bands just allow us to go a little bit heavier. When you're ready, just want you back in front here with your one dumbbell or kettlebell.
What are we doing? Rows?
We're gonna
No.
swing this weight.
Okay, got it.
Something we work on every now and then. Okay. So I've got my dumbbell set up on its head, right? So gonna grab it on the end there. And my first motion is gonna be to hike my football, just like a football. So hike, and then I'm just gonna do, in my opinion, it kind of feels like an air thrust. Push my hips backwards, thrust forwards. Hips backwards, thrust forwards. So this is what we're doing here with our kettlebell or dumbbell. Try it out. I want you to imitate me as best you can. Not a lot of knee bend, and we're going for 20 of these. 20-ish. If it's heavy for you or feels funny, let's go less. Well, let's get that going right now. I want you to practice this. My arms are just like a rope tied onto this weight. I'm not using my shoulders to get it any higher than it just naturally flies up there. Once you get your 15 to 20, right there, we're gonna get into our rows. Next time I'm gonna watch you pretty good on these.
Big rows.
Oh,
Going to rows next. Good. Nice, Sylvia. Denise. Going to rows. So we're either using our weights, going one arm at a time, or double. If Sylvia, if you got two weights that are pretty equal, we can be bent over, pulling both of those, keep our core tight. If you've got your bands, again, I want them to be pretty darn heavy for you. So scooting back or adding another band to that so that they're hard for us. Trying to go a little less high rep stuff. So lower reps, but harder. So when you're ready, let's get between 8 and 12, or if you need a little bit more reps, let's go for it. Go. Pulling through the elbow.
Is there a reason if you flatten out your palms when you're forward?
No, it's just kind of a personal preference, I guess. That
Okay.
little like 90-degree rotation that it does for me. But yeah, nothing wrong with keeping those palms faced to one another. And then when you're done with those, we're coming down to the floor. Okay, we're gonna do plank up down. So we're getting a little bit of triceps here. Plank up down looks like this. Really wide feet. I'm gonna try to keep my hips still just like we always do with our plank.
Oh, this is
One hand goes to the push-up position, other hand goes to the push-up position. And then I'll switch once I get back to the floor. So now that I'm back to the floor, left arm push-up position, right arm. Okay? Do our best to keep those hips from rocking around. They're gonna want to. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. This one's for time. In 3, 2, 1, wide feet, up on a palm, up on the other, getting back to the floor, other way. So making sure we switch. Other than that, pay attention to our hips. Are they shifting around? They feel mostly flat the whole time. For keeping them flat, they should be extra hard.
I have to pause. I have a pug underneath me.
Nice. Added difficulty.
Yeah, right.
Almost done with these. Do a couple more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Break there. Let's flip onto our bottom. We got a nice slow Russian twist here. If you want to keep those heels down, I just want you to lean back to the point where they almost feel like they're going to lift up. In 3, 2, 1, very slow. Looking behind me, checking that blind spot. Getting a big twist there.
Ouch.
If you want a little bit of a challenge, try clasping your hands together and touching those knuckles to the floor over there by your bottom. It's hard to reach, but it'll force you to twist really far. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more for the abs. We're lying back.
Oh,
We got that dead bug position. I've called it a hollow hold extension before. So I'm going to lift my head and shoulders, extend that out, make it tough for myself, and then bring it back to that dead bug. Okay. You got 5 of those. Extend, make it hard. Bring it back, make it easy. Okay. That was already tough for me. 3, 2, 1. If you're not going already, you just got 5. Extend, bring it back. 1. Extend, bring it back. 2. Keep going if you're ahead of me. 3. Low back stays down the whole time. 4. And there's 5. That's it on the core. All right, let's take a short break. Getting ready to go again with our swings.
Everything got progressively harder in this round.
Good.
I was like, wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
The swings weren't, those were fun. Those were bad.
Good boy.
All right, bring it up. Let's get ready to swing. Okay. Here's mine. I'm going to get started. If you need to watch, I'm only going to do 10 reps, and then I'm going to come see what you're up to. Let this weight drag me down. Stand back up after it. Not much knee bend. Look at my knee bend at the bottom there. Barely bent. Let our head face wherever our torso faces. So if we're bent over, our head's down as well. Good, Allison. Nice, Sylvia. Sylvia, a little less knee bend. And let your chest fall a little deeper, right? Let the chest fall a little deeper. Dana's done. Nice.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Good. Good. Pretty darn good. This is glutes and hamstrings and low back work there. So we're hitting the posterior chain, as we call it.
Is it? So I feel it right here.
Me too.
Where are you pointing to?
My tummy.
Stomach?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I think that's because we just did a bunch of hard abs.
But yeah, I think you're probably like contracting your
Yeah.
strength.
Yep. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing if we're just crunching the core in there. We're getting ready to row.
If you didn't do it, you would be like all out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And I couldn't lift it if I didn't use my core.
Going for your rows.
And also it's 25 pounds.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's a good weight.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a great weight for those.
Maybe
That's
that's
a definitely a challenging weight.
Oh, maybe
Okay,
that's my game.
let's go,
You do,
go for
Dana.
our
I
rows.
was using 20.
I was using 15.
Hmm.
15.
Okay, I even have a knee injury and I use 20.
Well, that's why you have a knee injury. No.
Make those rows tough. Another way to make them tough, if they're a little light for you, is to go slower. If I control that band or my weight back out to my long arm position, it's tougher. Once you're done, set those weights aside. We'll get ready to do some core again. Ooh, feels good to row. Okay, starting with those plank up and downs. Let's start all the way on our elbows in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide feet. Listen to your hips or pay attention to our hips. I got probably at least 3 feet between my feet. 3 feet between my feet. So they're pretty spread.
Oh,
15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, give it a break. All right.
those are hard.
Those are really tough.
I just did a plank because it's hard for me.
Yeah, I do like half of it and then the rest I just held a plank. It's just
That's great.
my form will go otherwise.
Awesome. Rush and twist. Again, if you want to clasp your hands and try to reach for that floor, it's hard to get over there to touch it unless you twist really hard. And it's okay if we can't reach it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Asks a lot out of that spine mobility to twist that far.
Oh, yes.
For 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo.
Woo.
We're all making woos and woos.
Mm.
All right. Lie back, get those five extensions. Remember, it's all about keeping that low back down. So your extension only goes as far as that will allow. 3, 2, 1, 5 times on your own. 1. I got my head and shoulders up. I want those shoulders up a little bit because then we're crunching those abs. 3, 4, 5. All right. Give them a quick stretch. Okay. Woo. One more time of that. Swings. rows, abs. Go find my water there. Alrighty, let's get ready to do the swings. I'm gonna watch this whole round. So when you're ready, show it off. Let that head point wherever your body points. Butt goes back, butt comes forward. See it. Denise, just a hair quicker. I want you to let that, right when that weight pulls you back down, right? Gravity bringing that weight back this way, you're going with it. So we're listening to gravity here. As soon as you feel it pulling you down, you're following it down.
He's a
Good.
heavy weight.
I
Helps
switched
with a
to
heavy weight?
20. I switched to 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Nice, Dana. Very good. Let gravity pull us down. We just stop it when it goes through our legs. Hip thrust back out.
Okay, that hurts.
in the good kind of way?
When you
Yeah,
stop,
yeah, yeah.
when you stop.
Good, good.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Nice, Sylvia. He's got 20-ish.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
While you're getting a break, I'm just gonna get 10. Okay, you know what's coming next. Let's get those plank up downs. I love that we're making those adjustments. Turning it into a plank.
Rows first.
You do a rose?
Oh, you're right.
Rows?
You're right. I'm skipping it. Sorry. Let's get those rows. I'm gonna give a little watch again.
Plank up down.
Sorry, Sylvia, we're doing rows. I
Sylvia,
was
get
ahead of
up.
myself there. Rows, rows.
Oh yeah, the road.
Doing rows. Go for it. Nice, Denise. And Allison. Allison, you can act like you're kind of sitting in a chair just a little bit if it helps. Yep. Nice, Dana. Tight stomach even with these. Keep that low back. Pushed out. Nice, Sylvia. Yeah. Okay. When you're done, now we'll get to the tough abs. Bring it on down. One more time. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Get what you can out of them. 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Yeah. All right, get that twist. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. I've unclasped my hands, going back to finger touches, but trying to touch behind my booty. So I really twist far. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, one more to go for the abs. Okay, let's get those extensions 5 times. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 5 on your own there. Keep that low back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going for that cobra. Okay, good work with that. Gonna switch it up here.
I can't get out of this position.
Woo. Okay, the last rounds, well, second set of rounds is gonna be 2 sets of different arms that are gonna be very similar. We did them with Pete, or you did them with Pete last Friday. It's gonna be pullovers with our weight. You did a sit up out of that, but we're just gonna do the pullover part. It'll be on the floor. But what I wanna start with, so I'm going a little out of order, what I'm talking about, is just gonna be tricep extensions with your bands or with those weights. So here are my tricep extensions. Bent over, now we're gonna want a light band. This is my heavy band still, so it's probably gonna be, well, I can still do it barely. But this is my tricep extend. Just kicking those back, right? So that, or with your weights, I only have one right here, but Sylvia, if we've got some light weights, it'll be bent over, kick those back.
Okay.
Or on the
Kicking
floor.
weights back. This one we're standing.
Oh.
This one we're standing. The next one, I'll show you all 3 right now. Next one, 1 weight or 2. We're reaching way back there. Our arms are staying like longer, right? So my elbows aren't necessarily bending any more than they are right now. Trying to keep my low back down. Being careful of my fingers with the floor, right? Don't want to squish between my weight and the floor. But pullovers there, okay? So tricep extensions and pullovers, they're very similar to the same move, right? They're very similar, but they're different. And then your third one, I want you to try and take a weight for as long as you can with this. And it doesn't matter if you've got one big one or a couple smaller ones or any variation, but 3-way lunges. That's where I'm gonna lunge towards you with my right leg, lunge out this way with my right leg, and then lunge back with that right leg. And then my left foot takes over. Forwards, lateral, and back. Allison, if you'd like to go back to RDLs, this will be maybe a little better for your knee because we're not bending a lot there, but we're still lighting up the backside. So 3-way lunges at the end there. That one we're just gonna do for time. So tricep extensions, that's with your bands. That's what we're gonna start with. Tricep extensions with your bands. Bent over position like this, kicking them back. It can be a little lighter than you were rowing. We're gonna keep our pace up with this. So once we get going, we're gonna try to take minimal breaks, okay? So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick them out there. Maybe 10 to 15 times, depending on how that weight feels. Hopefully 10 gets it done for you, or around 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, to the floor with your weights, pullovers. So 2 weights or 1, doesn't matter. Knees are bent on the floor. Same thing. Maybe 10 to 12 of these, depending on your weight. Here's what mine looks like. Pretty long elbows. Trying to reach pretty far behind me there. Join me when you're ready. Keeping my low back to the floor. And when you're done, bring it to your feet. Now let me know you're done.
Yeah.
To the feet when you're done. Pick out a weight you want to carry with you. And let's do some lunges. Or those RDLs for keeping our knees a little safer. This one's for time. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Gonna lunge forwards, lunge sideways. Make enough room for a lunge backwards. Other leg takes over. Forwards, lateral, reverse. Forwards, lateral, reverse. Ooh, those lateral ones are tough. I want you to end on your second side right now. So get that second side done. There's mine. Get them done, get them done. It's got me breathing.
Okay.
Nice. How we gripping? Nice, Dana. Okay, we're all standing waiting around. Let's do it again. Minimal breaks here. Tricep extensions. Tricep extensions. Gonna end up in this position, right? Kicking them back. Nice, Denise. Sylvia, very good. Sylvia, I want you to stop when you hit like 90 degrees right here, right? So only there to there. Or else we get a little momentum from bringing it up here and kicking back. Don't want you to use the momentum. Yes. Good. Join you for these ones. As soon as you're done with those, let's go lay down with that weight, getting ready for the pullover. Okay, to the floor. All right, friends, as soon as you're ready, let's get those pullovers. Watch your fingers. Here I go. 3, 2, 1. Low back, keep that on the floor. If that back comes up, if you bring your weights all the way to the floor back there, don't bring your weights to the floor. Care more about keeping that low back down. There we go. Getting ready for a lunge or RDLs. Okay, I'm going to keep it going. About to get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is on. Oops. Which way am I going? This way. If I am lunging to my right, I have my weight in my left hand. If that helps anybody. I just switch it after my 3. Nice, Sylvia.
So here, I'll just rest.
You got 10 seconds, but you got to make them equal. So ending on that second side. Time's up. Let's make them equal. Woo. Couple big breaths. Let's keep it going though. We're gonna roll into those tricep extensions, still breathing. Let's get set. Keep it going, keep it going. Okay, here I go. Join me if you haven't yet. Good. When you're done, let's find the floor. Yeah. Okay, home stretch here. Last 2. Okay, you just got reps. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. I'm going in 3, 2, 1. Keeping my low back down. Elbows are pretty long. Careful of our fingers. Once you're done, stand up. Last exercise. Let's get it. Here we go. Everybody's moving a little slower. A good thing. Let's do it.
You think?
Let's do it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Halfway. Okay, let's make them equal. Right at the end here. Woo. When you're done, I'm gonna keep walking around while I'm still taking big breaths. If you want to play with some nose breathing, as soon as your mouth will allow you, or your respiratory system will allow, try shutting your mouth and just keep doing those big breaths through your nose. Okay, let's give our arms some stretches. I'm gonna reach down my back with one hand and then just give that elbow a hand and reaching down. Feels good. Hopefully we get a little soreness from those tricep extensions and the pullovers. They're very similar, so the muscles don't exactly get to relax between those. I'm gonna switch it. How's the knee, Allison?
It's okay. I think I just, the last one, I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
But it feels good to move it and exercise. Like
Good.
it's definitely, it's like asking for it in a way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Does it still feel better with a little bit of exercise than holding still?
Yeah, it
You know
feels,
what I mean?
because the rest of the day I'm like in a chair, you know, and then I get up and it's stiff, but like the
Right.
moving it and stretching it gets it all limber again.
Love it.
It's just a weak, it just kind of feels weak. That makes sense.
I gotta run. Bye. Thanks, Adam.
See you, Dana.
You're gonna run?
Thank you.
Wow. You know,
Run to my call. Bye.
bye.
See you later. Oh yeah, it's 10:01. Let's keep these going though. Just gonna give an RDL stretch. So this is an RDL, but all I'm doing is holding it I can put my hands on my thighs. That'll make it so it doesn't feel like my back is doing a ton of work, but really trying to poke my bottom out there, right? All we're doing when I say that is tilting those hips, right? Kind of rolling the hips forward. And you can imagine if tilt these, it lengthens that hamstring. That's what we're going for with that. So that feeling of poking our butt out should give you a bigger stretch. I'm going to slide one foot backwards, about halfway of my other foot, just to give my front foot a bigger stretch, front leg a bigger stretch. And let's switch those. Just sliding the other one, sit down in it harder.
Adam, my physical therapist said I needed to work on hip strength. Like,
Okay.
do we do a lot of that or?
Yeah, we definitely do a lot of that. I mean, any leg activity that we typically do is related to hip strength, but I would say specific hip strength is like hip thrusters and hip flexor work and
Yeah.
everything that's right around the hips, right?
Okay.
So our glutes especially, and hip flexors especially. Let's see, let's give it a twist. I would say if she said hip strength, I would mostly think she meant glutes.
Got it.
So that's an easy one if you want to work out by yourself, right? Some body weight hip thrusters or weight on your lap doing
Okay.
hip thrusters, or the single leg kind where we lift the foot. All that's good
Okay.
work.
Well, I go this evening, so I'll see what happens.
Yeah, okay, you said you're seeing her soon?
Yeah, I went, well, my last appointment was like the intro, and then today's my first, like,
Great. Yeah, if she can write you some notes or something, or if you just take those
they print it all
exercises she
out.
recommends.
yeah.
Oh,
they-
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic then. All right, my friends. Nice
Okay.
work this morning.
Thank you. Okay, look, we can't even talk anymore.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
work.
Sophia.
See you Friday.
Bye, see you Friday.
All right, see y'all Friday. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.